my little studio, by the way. And this is where I would sew and decide what hats people are going to wear, because I'm all about the hat. Yeah, hi. My name's Charmaine Anthony. I am a designer of alternative upcycled garmentry, and my fashion label is Black Wedding. Black Wedding is my alternative fashion label. I do a lot of upcycled garmentry, millinery. I have never been mainstream, you know. I thought about it, you know, you do, and possibly mainstream would be more sellable, but then possibly not, because you've got so much competition out there. But I've always leant toward the dark side. I have always liked fashion, and I was always interested in how it was constructed. So I decided I was going to do some courses, and I started off with doing some night classes. And my grandmother gave me a sewing machine, like one of those really old school sewing machines, the treadle ones. And since then, I sort of haven't looked back, and I always wanted to use it and make stuff, and it sort of runs in the family. I come from a family of artists as well. Yeah, I went to Bowman School of Design, and it was so good for my type of person. Like, you know, I brought up a family, and I was a solo parent, but I was always creative. After I did a couple of business courses, I went into business with my friend David Royal, who does alternative fashion as well. And so we had that shop for a few years, and then we went our own separate ways. I became the manager of Mary Potter Hospice in Karori for 10 years, and just recently I've left, but I've always, I think it's just a sort of way of me relaxing. I can sit down and I can just make something, because, you know, in my mind I think, you've got this, you need to be using it, use it or lose it, and make something.
Well, I had to go the back way, through Hawaii, Hawaii nui, Hawaii roa, Hawaii mau, mau, mau. The land of the long white
I really enjoyed the Fringe Festival, and, you know, just recently we had an exhibition, because we're part of the Savage Club, the Savage Club. And the Savage Club is a whole lot of it Indigenous artists, and it's been a space for us to show what we do, our art, our garmentry, putting on the show, looking amazing, you know, incorporating alternative fashion designers and artists and musos, and yeah, just getting it out there really. Yeah, you want to be seen. We had a couple of fashion shows at Te Papa as well, because Te Papa was like really good at promoting designers and stuff. So I was part of the wedding show. So I was, you know, my fashion label was Black Wedding. And they had like some really flash wedding designers, and sort of mine was a bit rather alternative, but it worked, you know, it was sort of a bonus. The situation here in New Zealand, I don't really think that there's a lot going on for designers. Years ago there was, WINS were giving out grants, and they decided that fashion design wasn't worthy to have a grant, because at the time, you know, unless you're going to go overseas and you're going to be very famous, if, you know, but not here in New Zealand. I'm not too fussed what the mainstream thinks about me. It's sort of, I've become too long in the tooth for that. I'm just doing my own thing and enjoying it, you know?